Okay, so I am currently in the car. Ma's driving currently. Ma, say hi.
Hey.
And we are going to be seeing The Kid Who Would Be King, which is actually a movie that I've been wanting to see for a while. As soon as I saw the commercial, my brain went, it is history mixed in to a movie, mixed in to, like, witty comebacks. Like, it's basically Rick Riordan, which...
And sci-fi.
Yeah, and sci-fi. It has a lot of sci-fi aspects. But it sounds a lot like what Rick Riordan does. And so, inside of my head, I'm like, wait, what does this mean? And then I looked it up, and apparently Rick helped with the movie. And I am a huge fan of the Percy Jackson series, which means that this movie is a necessity. So yeah, I'm going to be going to the press screening, which basically means that I'm going to see it before y'all do. And yeah, I guess I'm going to see y'all there. Okay, so we just finished watching it. And do I have some comments?
Yeah. Boy, does she have some comments.
The entire time that we were walking from the movie theater to the car, the only thing I've been saying is just talking about the movie. Because there's actually this one very valid point that somebody made as we were walking out of the theater. It was, that editing could be put in for like an award. And I'm gonna be honest, it should be. The way that they did Merlin's editing was fantastic. The way that they made the end scene editing was fantastic as well. Okay, here's the problem. I tend to overshare a lot, which means that I might slip up, and that's why this human is here to help me. So that I do not slip up.
We're trying to let her tell you all about it.
I'm
Spoiler free.
Trying.
Trying.
It's the key word. And so, okay, I guess I'm gonna kind of try and go down the list of characters. So, Merlin, I'm gonna do it from like a consumerist perspective, not from like a critiques. Merlin. A, he's hilarious. B, the way that they did his editing is amazing. C, the way that he does his magic looks very, like, sketchy, almost, if you were to do it in real life.
Almost like it's a joke.
Yes. His magic seems a lot like a joke, but whenever you see him do it, you're like, oh my god, whenever you see him do it inside the movie, your brain kind of goes, oh my god, does that actually work? The thing that I love about the magic that they did was it wasn't just like a flash of light. It was more like, there's this one scene where they have to duplicate something. And so he does a duplication spell. And, it isn't just like a flash of light and then suddenly there's four of the thing there. It's like, you can see the other thing kind of like molding out of it and then suddenly there's four of the things. Because it was like growing out of the original one. So, Merlin, overall, fantastic character. I love him.
The younger one or the older one?
Isn't he kind of the same person?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no. I think I prefer the younger one. Who do you prefer?
I loved Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Patrick Stewart,
Patrick Stewart was great.
Oh my gosh.
For that role.
His voice and the way he talks, and he was
perfect for the role.
He was really good. He was really good.
It's kind of like Benedict was just so perfect.
Yeah, Benedict for Doctor Strange. You know how you just have those characters that are just so perfect for that character?
With your cheekbones and your collar turned up.
Okay, that's enough about Benedict.
I'm adding too much into this. Okay. So, one of my next favorite characters was, oh my god, I cannot pronounce this out. Like, I'm very bad with names. And so you give me this dude whose name is literally Bettis, and for me, that's the weirdest name you could have chosen. But I'm guessing it's probably popular somewhere in the world. But Bettis, oh my god, I loved him, because at first, he kind of like he's kind of very skeptical about. He's the kid who gets picked on, and so he believes in the paranormal.
He's got this imagination and creativity that actually
Seems believable.
becomes true.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's joking that, oh, maybe it's King Arthur's sword.
But
And
then ends up
it is
being King Arthur's sword. We all know that's
From
going
the
to be a King
trailer.
Arthur type
Watch
thing.
the trailer.
Yes. Oh my god. Main thing, their means of transportation.
I've been to Stonehenge.
I have not.
That was so cool.
The fact that they're like, no, you idiot. You use it to, Is that technically a spoiler?
Sort of.
Was that inside the trailer? I'm not sure if it was. I'm pretty sure it was, though.
You said something about transport, so
Yeah.
a little bit of spoiler.
Close enough. Little spoiler. But the way that they used that as transportation, I think was very, very nice, because those kind of structures are everywhere, in like the UK and Ireland and all that good stuff. So the fact that they used those, like, we never really knew what they were used for, and so they kind of solved it inside the movie, and I found that nice. Who's next? I think we should do Alexander next, because personally, this is an unpopular opinion, I'm pretty sure. Personally, I didn't really like Alexander. I mean, yeah, he was funny, yeah, he was relatable, but as a character, you can realize his ups and downs, you can see the problems that he has, but I just didn't really like him as a character. I don't know why.
I think he kind of focused too much on his past.
Yes. Instead of looking toward the future, what he's trying to do at the moment.
And he looked too much at what he felt he didn't have, and not at what he did have.
Like, a good portion of the movie is him looking for that one thing
that he thinks he's missing,
but
only to find out that
he didn't need it in the first place.
But a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah. We were both not extremely huge fans of Alexander. Okay. The chick.
Lady K.
Kay. Kay was a fantastic character to me. I loved her. She was very much like a balancing act the entire time. She was trying to stay on Lance's side because she's known Lance for years. We're gonna get into that. She known Lance for years, and then she gets knighted, and you're kind of like, wait, what is she gonna do? Because we're like, the few times that we have seen her inside like the beginning of the film or inside of the trailer, she's bullying the other two with Lance, and so like,
I like that they finally had a girl.
Yes.
They had a girl at the round table.
A girl.
And it wasn't Guinevere, this beautiful woman that everybody was,
fighting over.
Gaga over.
Yeah.
It was
She
Kay,
actually had an active...
who, she was strong and she was smart and she contributed, and she actually, I think she was really good at bridging the gap between the bullies and the non-bullies, if you will.
Because there are multiple times where like, she's talking, where she's having to choose between whether she wants to take Lance's side or she wants to take the other two's side, like Alexander and stuff's side.
Okay, no more about...
And the fact that she has to choose between one of her best friends and one of the people that she's been trying to avoid for the majority of her life. So yeah, that's what I like about her. Okay, last person, I don't think I'm going to bring up her. I think bringing up her would be a bad idea.
No, just talk about Lance for a minute.
Okay. Lance.
Our fabulous foursome. Lance,
fabulous.
Alex, Kay, and Bettis. Our fabulous foursome.
So Lance is a fantastic character. He had a good arc.
Lance was amazing.
Yes. Lance was great. have like the bully mentality, and then he turns into the kind of hero. He falls victim a lot of the time to the CinemaSins is gonna get on us for this, but he falls victim to the not say you're not gonna do something and then immediately do it afterwards cliche. But honestly, I do the exact same thing.
No, I think you're right. The one thing that you mentioned, his arc was so well done.
Yes.
He didn't go from being
immediately bad to immediately good.
He didn't go from being the bad guy, other than Morgana, to being the good guy. You didn't flip a switch and he's suddenly good. They really played out his storyline really well. I did wish that I knew a little bit more about
his backstory,
the backstories of all the characters.
All of them, yeah. We get to see a lot of Alexander's backstory, but I would like to see Lance's.
I would like to see the backstory of the other 3 characters.
Yes.
But maybe they'll save Great Britain again, save the world again. So
I would love to see that. If they were to bring in another kind of folklore into it, I would love that.
Okay, so the last thing that everybody needs to know about the movie is that there's going to be, in select cinemas and in select cities, there's going to be a 4D.
We actually really wanted to go and see the 4D.
So, I know here in Houston, it's going to be at the Edwards, I think it's Edwards Marquee.
Yeah, I think so.
If I remember from my email. So if when we get some more, we've got the details, we'll post them down below when she posts her video about some of the cities that we know of and some of the cinemas, in case you want to really experience the movie in a way that you can't anyplace else. I mean, when I think about the things that we saw, and
seeing that in 4D
and then experiencing that in 4D. No, we don't want to tell you what they are because then that would spoil it.
But yeah, experiencing that final scene or something.
But okay, you guys all know that there's a battle, so having that battle in 4D would be really cool.
But if y'all don't know what 4D is, it's basically you put on your 3D glasses and then say if it's a water scene or something and the characters get splashed with water, then you get spritzed with a little bit of water, the seats shake, stuff like that.
You have smells.
Yeah.
You might feel heat.
Yeah, it's great.
So
I remember going on this 140 ride and they actually had fire there. You could actually see the fire, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was the Spider-Man
Universals.
Yeah.
At Universal. Yeah. All right. So.
But that movie was fantastic.
The movie, 2 thumbs up. It's we just got an invitation to see it again at a different cinema, and we're already going, let's go do it.
I would be down.
So, and it's only 4 days away, and we're ready to go see it again. So,
it was great.
And for you parents out there, this gets a little heavy, but there's some morals to the stories out there, and there's some hope for the future out there, and it's not just a fluff piece with the story, a new take on an old story of Excalibur and the Sword and the Stone.
It has a lot of moments where it gets very, very deep.
There's some substance to this, and I think that probably makes the movie even substance and enjoyment.
Yes.
So. Anyways,
it gets very fluffy at sometimes, and then it gets sort of angsty, and then it goes back to being hilarious.
All right, I'm gonna let her lock things up because we're getting ready to exit,
which basically means that we're getting close to our house. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and hit the bell to make sure to get more awesome videos like this. Again, thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.